First question: how do I regain trust after cheating? How do I regain trust after cheating? Um, so uh, assuming this is, I think this is a guy. Um, I know something that comes up a lot is, unfortunately, uh, I see this more with men than women. A guy might cheat, and then his partner, uh, the woman, forgives him, and then they move forward, but she still has concerns, hesitations, and so on and so forth. And he gets to a point where he's like, "All right, you forgave me. We're supposed to be past that now." And she's still having hesitations and memories and so on and so forth. And he kind of wants to rush her forgiveness process and her emotional healing because he's past it and he wants her to be past it. While I don't think that a healthy relationship would include someone throwing a past mistake that they've forgiven you for in your face repeatedly, I do think it's important to understand that people's healing does not always match our uh, hopefulness or our positioning in terms of moving past it. It's always the offender that wants to move further down the road quicker than the offended party. That's just natural. But I think there's a level of maturity that's needed to balance it back out and take what comes with your bad decision. And that could be 1 year, 2 year, 3 years of apologies and whatever else needs to be done to repair. Now, again, I'm not advocating for an unhealthy relationship where you're constantly having to prove your love and she's using that to take advantage of you. So you always owe me some gifts and you gotta listen to me on everything. I'm always right from here on out. Like, there is a way to which this can become domineering and unhealthy, but at the same time, there is a level to which one does have to work to rebuild trust that they broke. And you can't rush it based off of your convenience. Um, so that's just something to keep in mind, brothers, that if you want to avoid being in this position, you got to start thinking about it before the mistake is made. You can't control the consequences of your decisions. Even if you're forgiven, you can't. It seems a bit disingenuous and selfish to try to rush someone else's process. Like, all right, you forgave me. We're supposed to be past this now. Um, so it's important to have clear communication about what past this means, what moving forward means, and what boundaries will be set. And in addition to that, uh, in terms of repairing a relationship, uh, I think as men, so often we focus on getting back with her, right? So it's like, I messed up, you distancing yourself from me. What I gotta do for you to let me move back in, or for you to come back over here, or for us to be on the same page again. And while that is an aspect of restoring a broken relationship, so much energy is focused on getting her to take me back, and not enough energy is put on why did I do this in the first place? We don't seem to ask that question often. What within me caused me to step out, seek attention somewhere else, cheat? And if you don't deal with that personal work, then you'll find yourself in the same position again because you just convinced her to give you another shot, but you haven't changed. So there's something within you that caused the issue to begin with, and that's what needs to be resolved. So I do think a better order would be some personal self work, and then exploring, um, revisiting the relationship, coming into it as a new person with a new perspective. But I think the desperation for not losing her ends up being making us go for the game of, let me just get you back, whatever I can to get you back quickly, uh, instant gratification, but not doing the personal work. And that personal work may include accepting that you lack sexual self control, that you're insecure and constantly needing validation for people beyond your partner. Um, there's some deeper work that needs to be done. So, in addition to trying to get her back and apologizing and gifts and whatever that looks like, the more important thing is the personal self work so that you don't repeat this in this relationship, or so that you don't repeat it in a new relationship. Because if you, let's just say you cheated, she breaks up with you, you're single, you get in a new relationship, you still haven't dealt with what put you in this mess in the first place. And again, I am always an advocate for therapy, and I do think a lot of men don't naturally or normally think deeply about why we do the things we do. And in terms of sex and women, we accept the idea that part of being a man is a strong sexual appetite. So me wanting to sleep with people other than my partner is just me being a man. Um, and I don't really have to manage that because that's just part of who I am. Some of those notions are things we don't say out loud, but we accept internally. And then they rear their ugly heads when we get in a committed relationship. And then we have to work through all this stuff. And God forbid there be kids involved. So, therapy, um, you need one, wherever state you're in. Uh, Visit wholebrothermission.com, click get help, and we can help you out. We're connecting you with somebody. So that's my meant to be short but long winded answer to that.